Somebody call the keto police because I've got sourdough. And there's nothing keto about it. Sourdough is a craft, and it's a very hard one. That's why they call it a craft. And during this whole COVID mess, it's become very, very popular to make sourdough, partially because people bought up all of the powdered yeast, and so it's become just a huge thing. I jumped on the bandwagon and I started making it for all of my coworkers, and it's just incredibly rewarding. So I've decided, for some insane reason, since I was already filming an ice cream video, to film literally the hardest part about sourdough. Sourdough bread is, if you don't know anything about it, like what makes it different, is you have an active yeast starter, which is flour and water that's been fed, where you remove some of it every day and then add new flour, and the yeast that exists in the wheat and in the environment then breaks down the sugar and feeds off of that and creates a fermentative process. So it actually is like partially digested flour, which is terrible for you, but I'm giving it away, so what do I care? At any rate, keto people, flour is highly inflammatory. Try not to eat too much of it. This particular dough is extremely hydrated, and hydrated means it's sticky. It's got to be hydrated in order for it to do what it's doing. You see these bubbles. This is fermentation. This got started this morning, actually. So blah blah, enough of that. A couple things you're gonna need: bench scraper to show this thing who's boss, and I forget what they call this thing, but this helps it come out. You don't want to pop all your bubbles, because then if you pop your bubbles, then you don't have this beautiful matrix crumb that sourdough is known for. This, like the Swiss cheese of breads, I guess. So you try to coax it out of its house. It's been hanging out in there all happy. Put it on a floured surface. Goodness me. Wow, this one's so hydrated. This is gonna be... I'll try not to cuss, but I can already tell this is gonna be a challenge. Look at that, it's just a big blob. Okay, this is much more hydrated than I probably wanted it to be. I am not that advanced. This makes 2 loaves. I've got these proofing baskets. They've got another name that eludes me right now. The floured surface helps. Huh, that's not bad. Get them away from each other. It's a little extra flour than I want. All right, there's the fun part. You want to make them into something they call boules. It's like balls, but boules. Resembles what? Oh my god! Oh, I'm so stuck to everything. Okay, so this is hard. For whatever reason, they like you're supposed to fold it over top of itself. I don't know why. That's what you do. Fold it this way. I suck at this part. And then you fold it this way. Oh God. And then it's supposed to be folded that way. And then that way. Goodness. And then it's gonna get flipped over, and this is where I jack it up. More flour. This is so sticky. Flip it. Okay. And now it's gonna get shaped, and you want it to kind of fold under itself. Make it a tight boule. Tight boule. Now we've migrated over to the far right. I don't really know how, but all right. And then flour on the top. It's gonna go upside down, so this is where I also like to jack it up. I'm slowly getting better at this part. Whew, no. I always drop it. Oh wow, wow, that was good. And there you have it. And it's gonna go in a bag into the refrigerator, and it's gonna proof all night. And then you take it out and you bake it in the Dutch oven. Okay, this one, not as bad as I thought. Fold it, and then we'll just try to fold it this way. I don't know. Fold it. Oh my gosh, I got a big bubble. Oh Lord. Flour. This one's giving me attitude. Fold it. Then we're gonna flip it somehow, some way. I don't know. This one's not as pretty, but who cares? I know it's gonna taste good because they always do. Oh my gosh, look, I'm gonna bust these bubbles. So that's how you don't do this, but it is what it is. And then they go in bags, and then they go in the refrigerator. I may not post this. Shaping a sourdough balls.